Don't you ask yourself, why is it that somebody who is supposed to be representing you went to prescribe you? They went to prescribe you, and not today they are standing on that prescription. They will still come on national television to say prescribe. Meanwhile, the terrorists themselves are defending their own brothers. People who are terrorizing the country are defending their brother, defending their own people. Terrorists defending their own people. Recently, you see them making a case for terrorists, making a case for them at all time. They have come recently to tell us that they cannot be called terrorists. The bandits, the terrorists themselves who are bandits, who they rename to be bandits so that they can be acceptable, that they will not be addressed as terrorists. Have you asked yourself why? The people in the north come on national television to defend even Boko Haram. Your president today, the person, the imposter, the late Buhari, whom the imposter is playing his script, defended Boko Haram and said any fight against Boko Haram is a fight against the north. They stopped Ihejirika from wiping away Boko Haram. You have forgotten about that. But today, your own people who are asking for a legitimate right, self-determination, you are demonizing them, calling them names. Any Biafran who goes to endorse this very election endorses his or her death. If you want to stay alive, stay away from anything that has to do with election. It doesn't matter the party, it doesn't matter who is involved, even if it is your parents, even if it's your parents that are sponsor. If you love your parents or your brother, tell them to stay away. Anything that has to do with any political party, it doesn't matter the party, whatever they give to you, give it back to them. Do not use any of their emblem. Don't participate if you want to be alive in Anambra State as I speak. This is the secret of living. The secret to survive in Anambra State is what I'm giving you. But if you decide to commit suicide, that is your own business. If you want to sacrifice yourself to them, they will definitely kill you, that is for sure. Because they are looking for the people to kill in order to blackmail IPOB and blackmail ESN. That is the only thing they are looking for. But we will not give them that opportunity. For the Biafrans who really want to stay alive, they will continue to stay alive. You can see the sit-at-home that went on yesterday was very wonderful. Even the governors who are pretending, the Imo State governor will come and tell you that Imo people are not participating. You saw the video from Imo State, Ebonyi State. You saw the video from Ebonyi State. You saw the video from Anambra State. You saw the video from Enugu State. You saw the video from every southeastern region, every Biafra land. The videos came out. People are complying because they are demanding for what is theirs, demanding for the unconditional release of Asuda Mazinari, which is right to demand. The right to demand, and nobody can change that very thing that we have in our mind to get our freedom. No man born of a woman can deny us our freedom. We must surely get our freedom. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. Our Supreme Leader Nandikana have already given us that step that we will follow to have our freedom. And we will take it. We are not waiting on anybody to give us freedom. We are going to take our freedom. Every single Biafran now have been possessed by the spirit of Biafra. And we are fighting head on. Every Biafran is a soldier. We are fighting head on to get our freedom. We are not fighting against innocent people. We are fighting a legitimate fight of freedom to get our freedom. Self-defense is the right of everybody. You have to defend yourself. It is only a tree that we hear that you want to cut it down and will still remain. Just like some trees that we have in the southeastern region. The politicians we have, who knows fully well that the Janjaweed are coming to kill. Yet, they are still playing the script of the Janjaweed, coming to talk down on people. I saw what a write-up that somebody was writing on Facebook saying that Ohaneze Ndizbu is saying that Mandela stayed in prison in 27 years, that why are we sitting at home for Mazen Nandikano who had just stayed less than 1 week. This is the kind, if it is true that he said that, which I believe he can say, if it is true that Ohaneze Ndizbu really said that, which I believe they can say, it is a shame. It is a shame. This is how they see their child. This is how they see their people. They want Mazen Nandikano to be in prison for a very long time. That is their plan. That is what they are. That is why they came to flash him to us in the court. But we are smarter than them. Mandela can stay for donkey years in prison before he was released. This is 21st century. In 21st century, such is not allowed. You cannot imprison an innocent person, a political prisoner. You cannot just imprison an innocent man who is standing for his own people for such a long time. It can never happen in this century. And that is what Ohaneze Ndizbu, that is supposed to represent their people, is comparing as Mazen Nandikano with the imprisonment of Mandela for 27 years. They want him to be like Mandela by staying in prison. But for now, they will not recognize him until he's been staying in prison for 27 years. This is the kind of people we have. They are still living in denial, living in a chaotic age. when you listen to what is coming out from these people's mouth, you wonder, why must we be talking about elders? Why must we be looking for an elder to speak for us? Because these people don't want to change their narrative. They do not want to change from that have been abandoned by the West. The West have moved forward, far, far ahead, and still, the Janjaweed, the black people in this very contraption called Nigeria, the Biafrans, the so-called elite of Red people are still living in the old ages. That is a comparison that somebody made. May Chukwu Okukabiama have mercy on all of them. I will not curse them yet. Chukwu Okukabiama knows the best way to handle them, and they will all go out. Each and every one of them that is fighting against Biafra, that don't want to see Biafra, they will never ever see Biafra. We will walk into Biafra without them. And as Biafra has come, they are all going to be wiped away. By all means, even the Janjaweed will wipe them away by themselves. The Janjaweed will take them out. Not even by Biafrans. The Janjaweed will take them out. It has started happening. Obadiah Melafia revealed this, and people thought it was a joke. It is not happening. It is so sad that Obadiah Melafia himself lost his own life on that very issue. May his soul rest in peace. But these people who have refused to see reason to fight along with their own children and defend their children will surely pay with their own life. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has given us every tool, made every revelation, and told us everything that we need to know. But people decided to turn blind eye to that revelation and that information that he gave to us. You can't force the horse to drink the water. You can only take him to the river, but you cannot force him to drink. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has done what he did, laid that foundation and told you what to do to be alive. And for we want to do that, which Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has said, and will stay alive. That is why you must have to go and listen to the message of Allah Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. None of his message is old. They are new every morning. When you listen to his message, you will know where to follow, where to go, and what he is saying. You won't be deceived. Nobody is going to push you around and make you believe what you think. Nobody is going to make you begin to think, is it Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that said this or he didn't say that? He has said everything that you want him to say. He has said it in the past. That is why I am going to play another message of our Supreme Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency, to show you the path to follow. Let us listen to His Excellency, our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
We are making it very clear today that the Eastern Security Network is on the ground. We are on the ground in Benue State and in every part of Biafra land for that matter. We are in Cross River, we are in Akwa Ibom, we are in Bayelsa. Everywhere it is happening. Anywhere we confront Fulani headsmen, these terrorists, we will drive them away. Be rest assured, we are not going to rest one iota until our farmlands, our homes, and our forests are secure. What is happening in Yoruba land cannot happen in Biafra land. Nobody, no idiot can come from anywhere to claim any inch or parcel of Biafran forest. It is not doable. Instead, we all die there. That is why I am making this presentation live, at least for those of you who may be able to come over on Instagram, that I am on Instagram and I'm live. If you want to see a live video of this very broadcast, it is there. You can and should be able to see it. Anywhere in Biafra land we confront Fulani terrorists, we shall meet them head on. We know that they are part of the police and the army. Danjuma himself, General T.Y. Danjuma himself, testified before the British Parliament that the army of Nigeria and the police are colluding in the conquest of indigenous populations in Nigeria. And we are no exception to that very horrible and sinister conspiracy. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. A few days ago, as I said, we embedded our men and women of the Northern Command of Eastern Security Network. When we said Northern Command, people were confused. Biafra land is a nation. We have Northern Biafra, we have Central, we have the South, which is the coastal region, we have the East, and we have the West. When I talk about the Northern Command, I'm talking about the northern part of Biafra land, which incidentally starts from Benue State. So we are right to be there. If you don't want us to be in Benue State, quietly go back to Abuja and appeal to them. Tell them to release Igbo people in Benue and carve them back into Ebonyi State, where they should belong, or Enugu State, as the case may be. Therefore, anybody, one thing about Nigeria is that they tend to defend the aggressor. It is in the DNA in Nigeria to always support evil. That is why this very newspaper publication, I don't have a means of putting it here on Instagram where I am broadcasting live, where you can see my face and my facial expression, but it will be on my Facebook page. If you go there, you will see it. This publication was made on January 23 of 2021, this very year. It is a front page news by Vanguard. I want you to understand how an average Nigerian thinks, how they reason, why I think that Nigeria itself is a curse upon humanity. There on the front page, you will see, we will kill all policemen and take over Edo State. Fulani Janjaweed, those they claim are foreigners. These people they told us are foreigners. They come from Mali, from Senegal, from Gambia, from heaven knows where, from Niger, from Chad, from Northern Cameroons. But they are in Nigeria, killing people. After killing us, they will not turn around and tell us to absorb them into our communities. That is why anybody, any Igwe, any PG, any greedy, avaricious fool, stupid enough to give any of our land to Fulani Janjaweed, you are finished. There was a man in Enugu that tried the same nonsense. Go and ask him where he is today. We take no prisoners. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. I understand that the Sadikin Fulani of Lagos went to see the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria in Lagos a few days ago. And according to the message, or should I say information coming out of the U.S. mission, they said is to foster cohabitation and unity, that diversity is strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the crap that Coca was coming up with, telling you about diversity is our strength and all that rubbish. Allow me to repeat, there is no country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism. It doesn't exist. That is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival. It can never work. Because we are tribal beasts by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during New Year Festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask the U.S. ambassador a very simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? U.S. that was created and built by Western Europeans. U.S. was created, should I say, created by God, of course. Built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America on merry roads. I want to ask the U.S. ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know this evening. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. Nowhere in the world. Not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if he had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value systems. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western Europe. The value systems of Western Europe, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the US ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We're enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism. It doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the State of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they've not started to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you. But that doesn't mean they are this is the type of nonsense they feed Africans. And
after hearing the voice of our Sinamazan, I must tell you, I am energized. I am strengthened more than ever. I want to move forward. I want to fight more. And there is no going back.
Win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nandi bo onye do I more. O Mary wone nizu ungiroya. Abakare. Mamanda ora, Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapuri Mary Nandi.